So they will live in the box or they'll find a home in the box. But the books downstairs, or the books up here, that will never get published into a book, but will exist. And then the box downstairs, with the 7 years of living art, close 14 years.
That's boxed because I don't have that open. That can be opened.
Okay.
So that's on my website as image and can be brought anywhere, shown anywhere, retrospective, etc. The only secret one would be the love sex book. And then another aspect of the secret are the books that I've covered with newspaper and rags. But those can be opened also. But I think it's hearkening and something about my Catholicism and growing up with what you can and can't do and secrets and hidings and good and bad. So I think some of that is in that you've picked up.
Are they things that you're renouncing then?
Yeah. I mean, the sex part is, I used my art to explore sex and my life to explore sex, and now I do it through therapy and prayer. I got in so much trouble exploring it on my own without rules and regulations and help. Although my art really did a good job, I really did a good job with my art. And but then when I became a professor of art and opened up that door for students, it got too dangerous, I felt. And also, I was making choices of partners who were not healthy for them. It wasn't healthy for me or for them. So then I thought, gee, I need some help. So I did two things. I went back to the church, which is absolutely punitively, don't go there. But I'm also old, so I don't need to go to the same places I went to 20, 30 years ago. Because I'm 67, I'm almost 70.
Emotional places as well as physical places.
Yeah, I can get that. I can take care of those needs through friendship and service and love. And then I started to go to therapy. Instead of using my art as therapy, I started using somebody who had sat with people for 30 years in the same chair and talked to them about their problems.
Therapy is therapy.
Therapy is therapy.
What do you, since that switch, what do you see your art for now?
My art for now is a good question. I'm still really interested in my videos. I make a lot of videos. And I've been doing Mother Teresa. The dad art is fresh in me, and the Mother Teresa work where I appear as Mother Teresa and I bless people. And so it's kind of the Catholic work coming back after having made crucifixes in 1965, which I feature on this. So it's more about prayer and it's less about me. It's less about me healing myself and more about how can I share some of the things I've learned with my audience. I don't need my audience to give me life anymore. I'm getting other ways of getting life and getting energy and getting attention and getting my needs met. So I love to perform. I'm a great performance artist. I love to perform. And when I have an occasion to do that. But I'm doing it in different kinds of ways. I'm not gigging full-time. I do it at the church and I do it for the senior citizen, So I'm doing it in a kind of non-sensational way. Plus, I think it's also indicative of what's happening because of Facebook, the internet, the recession. Artists have to find new ways of getting their work out. And if you're a performance artist, you've got to find different ways to perform and different ways to be seen and known and share your gifts. And it's a delete time. I mean, our delete button is very, very active, and just because of the internet and because of the prohibitive costs of flying, of getting there, of people not having budgets for artists, etc. So I've found different ways to fulfill my needs to create and to share. Yeah, yeah. And I was going to mention one thing, which is a movie. I believe it's called Resurrection. I'm not sure, but it was about a woman who had been a healer in a church, and she I don't know the plot, but she leaves for some reason, and she opens a gas station in Arizona in the desert. And this car pulls up, and there's a sick kid in the car, a very, very rich sick kid in the car with the parents. The parents go into her store. She's putting gas in the car. She sees the kid is sick, and then the kid comes out of the car, and she just touches him on the shoulder and heals him, or you know that that's her intention. And in a way, you know, artists sometimes have to hide, sometimes have to be secret, sometimes we use our gifts in new and different and more interesting ways because other avenues aren't open. And I love that image of don't give away your job because you may not have a job, but use it in some other way. Use your gift. So I'm ready to give my archive over. You know, the archive is a gift to the world to research. And it's not only me, because it's like feminist art, women's art, who's ever in these books with me. There's Annie Sprinkle, and then I have Pauline Oliveros box and a Taishan Shea box. And then, you know, this book, the books and magazines is not just me. There are a lot of other artists in these like books by Montano. I have interviews with thousands, as I said, 100,000 million artists. So you want to end this?
Yeah, do you want to be on the video? Do you want me to hold it up to you?
Oh, okay. So I do it with a prayer. So you can ask me anything, or I'm just going to move your hand so it's not over the mic. Okay.
I'll just hold it like this. Okay. Well, now I get it back. Okay. So you're in a...
Yeah, I'll end this tape. Wait, did you have a question?
I think I'm good.
Okay. So I'm ending this archive tour with a prayer. Holy Spirit, I really want this to be in the hands of the right people, the right price, the right time, the right way. And I've been working on that for about 6-7 years. And to be used. I'm ready to be used through my paper, papier. And what else? I pray that we all use our talents to the best of our abilities, and that we're appreciated by first ourselves and our parents, our inner parents, because we're always saying, look, Mom, look, Dad, aren't I wonderful? Aren't I great? Aren't I talented? And that we're healing ourselves through our art, and that others who get to see it get healed also. Thank you. Bye.